Good evening, everyone. Finally I'm into the server after registering 2 times, yesterday and today, and both time losing like 20 DR because the game thought I registered, but it didn't recognize this PC that has been registered, so could not join. But now it all seems to be working. Oh, even my... Wait, my mic is good. How... Why is this fixed? Wow. It used to be more in the left ear than in the right ear, but... Actually, I might know what is the issue. Let's quickly check. Quali is in 20 seconds anyway. So... No, but it's still good. Alright. Well, perfect. And let... Uh-oh. Well, not great. The colors are fine. Well, it's 12 minutes of quali, so hopefully there is enough time for me to rejoin and do attempts. Hello, Joao. What do you mean turn up? Like volume or... I think it should be all good now. I had like a sound bug where the engine did not sound loud enough. Turn on the stream. Yeah. Well, it's all turned on and I am in the server and fuel should be like, what, 8.5 times 2? It's actually 8.3 per lap. Yeah, I don't know why the mic is good now. I changed absolutely nothing. "12 splits." Why are we still in practice? Typical IT problem indeed. Another IT problem is that they seem to have forgotten to disable the auto transfer into next session. Because the timeout of the session has been like 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Or maybe max half a minute, but... No, cars are on track and it's just not going into a new session. Dear, oh dear. Well, at least we are all on track. I mean, in the server. I start to complain a little bit in Discord. Let's see if anybody else says something. Maybe it's set so that people can finish the laps, but that's wrong. But now everyone is in the pits, so Hopefully it switches. Oh, we got Darius Andre. A fast guy. I'm sorry about this. Where did I... Ah! Wait. Why did it go to this scene? How long ago this stream post happened? I need to fix this. I mean, eventually the stream will be a bit more professional anyway. Long time. Oh dear. I'm so sorry about that. Well, either way, we are here in qualifying P1 and we are waiting for server to move, so no race has been missed. Yeah, I have the scene switch on, like comma and dot and so on, and must have pressed it at some time when I was raging in Discord. But yeah, the practice session took very long time to move to quali, and now the quali session is taking very long to move to race. Now the FFB is gonna turn off. So even if stream has been in the wrong scene for a long time, not much missed. Although now we have a flashing car and now the car disappeared. There you go. Okay, setup. Let's then take the fuel. I don't know how much. I'll take 50. Although 45, 46 should be possible. And let's try to survive on softs. And see what happens. Not sure yet what to do with TCs. Something like this. Rear ARB felt a bit too aggressive. -1. Alright. Hold speed. I'm holding speed. I slept on that one as I tried to empty the battery. And now I try to save the tires, so target is 10% per lap. Hello Yankesh, yes, I'm the Papa Jernej Bamici. This Porsche is going for it. And to explain about the tires, the beginner sessions on online are set to tire wear times 7. And at the same time, that competition by Michelin is, or Michelin or whatever it's pronounced, is going on. So the fastest drivers in the leaderboard will get prizes at the end of the week. And yeah, Ferrari is not fast in the straights, but that's fine. Slipstream works in LMU, so it's good enough to be fast in corners. Oh, oi 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 oi. Don't collect me? Okay. Oh, that was a big snap. That corner entry is difficult. You cannot just send it into there. Right, I'll try to do a fastest lap now and burn the tires for the leaderboard. That went extremely well. Oh, what a flat spot. No! I thought I was about to be cautious, like I did not push it on the brakes, but the front just both completely locked. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, there are like... Now you can only see the road being bumpy, but it's giving me a proper massage with the flat spots. Yeah, I suppose it was the temperature. On last night's stream, I was checking. Yeah, so I don't think there is a website. Well, there is this racecontrol.gg website, which has been recently opened, I think, but not sure what exactly is on there. But actually, I'm checking in the official LMU Discord, because there is like online status section, and all the combos and the schedule are written in there. And if you cannot find it, just go to like some general chat and type what's it, exclamation mark schedule or something like that on that LMU Discord. I do not feel particularly quick on these softs, to be honest. And now, if I try one more push lap, maybe with a bit more rearwards brake bias, but the tire state is much worse than one lap ago, so it's not gonna be good. No worries. Attempt number 2 anyway. Way too early, but I made it through the corner. The softs are properly overheating now when being loaded. Oh, I see Darius Andre already up to P3. I've seen... so basically this Michelin competition is partly online and partly on-site, actually at Le Mans, and somebody on-site at Le Mans has done a 3:26, and that's very fast. But I don't know, like here only the race lap times count. But I assume there on site it's qualifying or something. Barely at 27. 66 were off. I need to really check, not check, but look at the tires in the corners now. Not sure where they cliff at all. Maybe we find out today. The balance is still good anyway. Darius is gonna catch me. And the annoying thing now is that these beginner races are scheduled once per 45 minutes and we're gonna miss the next one by like 3 or 4 minutes or even more. Darius is going to overtake now for P2 and then he has 2 laps to catch me. I'm getting too cautiously into there. I have not tried the BMW yet, to be honest. I would have tried many different cars, but yesterday the system was busy not letting me race. And same for today, so... Darius is a lot faster. I shouldn't have gone for that, well, for any of those hot lap attempts. But I think I lost like 10% front tire wear on that actual fastest lap, just in sector 3 alone. I'm so slow. I think I need a bit more rear ARB now. Yeah, the Porsche seems to be gaining everywhere. It's like 1 to 3 tenths per every corner. He's gonna be on my rear in a Mulsanne straight next lap. DC is kicking in quite a lot as well. Ah, he actually lost time. Maybe his tires are gone as well.
I just cannot put the power down. So 1.5, 1.6 into Porsche curves. Let's see what we have on the exit. .8 on the exit. And overheating front tires. Not ideal. Well, last lap. No chance, but let's see how the slipstream battles go. He's waiting. All right. So, where does he attack? I guess out of Mulsanne hairpin? Staying behind. Am I far enough? I think I am. Oh no. LMP2 aero, LMP2. Well played, Darius. Yeah, on the exit of Arnage, I just had nothing from the rear tires. Oh well, at least he has more DR than I do. But softs can actually do it, like without that big front lockup and then crazy overpush on my fastest lap. I could have comfortably done it. I mean, still the pace would be worse. Out of Musan hairpin, I thought I had him. Ah, okay, yeah. He could have easily got me here as well, but he went over the curb. I went a bit hot in here because I thought he would maybe dive into the apex. But then here at this point I had potential for a much better exit. But my car just did not accelerate out of it. And then I lacked the rotation. He had a little bit of a moment. Painful. Anyway, good race. He's done the fastest lap, okay. Let's see how the leaderboard looks like. And when the next race actually is. Oh, I see the system has a bit of a hiccup as well already. Yeah, 38 minutes. Because we missed it by like 6 minutes as it took so long. This is such a shame. Would be nice to jump from one race to another, and that was the plan for today. And the schedule is done like this, to jump instantly into the next one, and then I could do 3 rounds with all the 3 different cars that can be chosen. I mean, I guess I do the one that's in 37 minutes and I'll just do some laps in the practice server till then. Maybe that's the plan. Although I really wanted to race, not to just do laps. So do we have the results yet? 0, 0, 0, okay, it's updating. It's a long track, so some people are still... Oh. What is going on? The database is still a bit drunk. Or maybe it's just the UI. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I don't know. The online status in Discord is still orange, so it means register at your own risk. And I see people are getting in online chat that the registration failed message. Cannot even click on it anymore. That's a shame. It always has to be at the most important times for the game, like big update. Of course, the servers are going to be crowded, but it's perfect opportunity to get people in. And there has been like massive increase in player numbers, like times 3, even times 4. But now nothing works anymore. What should I do? Well, I guess I can try restarting the game, doing some clicks here and there, maybe restart Steam, although I don't think Steam is an issue. And it was also perfect chance for two really good fun streams yesterday, which was the old week still with different combos, but on the new tires already. And today with this very good schedule, very Le Mans based. So now we can click something. Wow. Let me try. I'll try the Toyota. And I'm registered. Alright. Yeah, it's just those three cars like Ferrari, Porsche, and Toyota available for this series. Why is the leaderboard not counting? I wonder. Ah, it is counting. Ah, so Darius has already done 25.5. Why is my fan rattling? Okay. It's only taking times from the race, right? So you just need to get a good lap time in the race session. Oh, the results are ready. Let's check them out. If it's gonna work. Usually it... I forgot about the scene again. This streaming thing is not easy for to learn. Like this preview on the secondary monitor is really important to have, but if I have it, then the game is unplayable. It just lags so much. No, that's not gonna work, right? So I was showing the leaderboard before. I wonder what the strategy here is. I wonder if Darius tried to go for it again, like from back of the grid, because he qualified last, or like he abandoned his lap. So maybe he has done very slow first lap. But no, that's probably not what happened. Probably he overtook most of the people on the first lap. And or maybe one needs to start on mediums or softs and do 5-minute first lap, lose all positions, and go for it. Or take 2 laps of fuel and box. Can I check the results now? I can, but Le Mans result is not in there. Now today is not a good day to stream this thing. I will just join practice and put the camera on some car and go for a very short break.
And then let's see how the Toyota handles and how fast it is. Ah, hey Kennedy. Yeah. Well, not just a day, they have a whole, well, 2 days since the update problems. And I really wonder how much of it is just because of the update and how much is it because of player base times 4. Yeah, the online status is still, well, officially the servers are temporarily not available for maintenance, so we are playing with fire here. Right, why did it freeze? Okay. Do we have somebody who I know? Not on this practice server. Okay. I'll leave it on this screen and I will be back very soon.
So what is happening here? Game not crashed yet, that's good. Oh, and I think they fixed the virtual mirror. Like yesterday it was squeezed together and it was all broken. I can't be bothered with the gloves. So what do we have here? I guess FFB turned off. FFB back. Okay. Hello, Manuel. Do you also have way less FPS compared to RF2? That's a very philosophical question. The overall experience is same. And my FPS are locked at 137 anyway. And in RF2, like let's say FSR round 1 at Bahrain with all the lights, it was stutterfest. Like frames were stable, but it was just stuttering so bad that it was barely drivable for first 20 laps. And then some other rounds were perfect. And here in LMU, I don't know, like it's never, I mean, it is smooth sometimes, but then OBS takes a little bit of performance and running the stream and so on, and then having many cars on the server and varying conditions. But for Le Mans, like FPS are the same, it's stuck at the fixed number, and then on the main straight and in the pits and also on the run into Indianapolis curve, there are frame drops, inevitably. Just like in RF2. But I mean, it is a little bit more complex than RF2, so in theory it should have a bit less FPS. And let's move the camera a bit forward. I don't know what triples. I feel like my 3080 RTX and i5 12600K are not a match even for running 144 Hz ultra wide. Best hypercar at the moment? That's a great question. Well, Jeroen reckons that Porsche is 1 second per lap faster than Ferrari. Supposedly, according to different interpretations of the update log, the BOP is all over the place and it's gonna be updated when the data is gathered. But yeah, generally, well, at least before the update, Cadillac was my favorite. Porsche was quite good but very lazy everywhere. And then Ferrari was nice, but in the hairpins it was the biggest nightmare because the front tires didn't do front but wanted to go straight. And then the Toyota has been a bit tricky. It required very stiff front suspension to keep it straight. But now with these new tires, I don't know, the Ferrari is good, the Porsche is good. This Toyota outlap was really nice. It handles really well. At the moment I prefer Toyota to Ferrari. Judging from one race of Ferrari and 1.5 laps of Toyota. But they are all so much more fun after the update, like the tires really feel good. It's so good. The PC is doing weird things. I tried 955 I think at Bahrain with Porsche yesterday. Let's see how it works here. Quite well, to be honest. One can really push it hard on the brakes once the tires are up to temp. It's gonna be very important for the proper competitions to understand exactly what's going on, corner by corner basis, like from the pit exit until the tires are properly warmed up. Not sure if taking that curb is better or not. Sometimes it feels it's good, sometimes it feels it just reduces the traction. I think it handles a bit better compared to Ferrari, like in these long fast corners. Understeer. Well, the lap time is not too great. And let's see how slower the third, like second timed lap is. Well, I did mostly the same things in Sector 1 and already lost half a second. Okay, it does not like that curb. I need to check where the shift point is. Now the TC needs a bit more of something, but I don't know what off, maybe sleep. That upshift to 7 is really long from 6. There is some quite big lift-off oversteer. Well, in some corners. So let's see how much I lost without breaking myself previous lap. Ah, 4/10. Yeah, 26 is doable. But I need a 25. Who I'm rooting for in the real race? To be honest, I don't really root for anybody. Like, the issue is that we, like in Slovenia, never had exposure to other motorsports except of F1 and MotoGP. And well, for my whole childhood we had like just 5 TV channels and one of them had F1 streams, well, broadcasts. And I only watched F1, nothing else. And I guess once you're like at least a little bit grown up and like when you become like 12, 13, 14 old, it's harder to really start rooting for somebody or to get invested and interested in some completely new series when you are already interested in like F1. So maybe the easiest answer would be that I'm happy for Ferrari to win. Or Cadillac, yeah. I mean, I drive for an American team, so I should be positively inclined towards Cadillac. And yeah, about the black, with that reflective roof, it's actually, like, from this angle it looks really good. I never was a fan of the black Mercedes in F1, but in designs like this, it kind of works. But this tire wear times 7 is such a good idea, like for these sprint races, because with normal tire wear it's irrelevant. But times 7 really makes, like, softs are doable, fast at start, dead in the end, mediums are a good option, and on the hards you can just push whole race probably. Ah, the yellow caddy. Do I have some space to wait a little bit to get a clean lap? And the TC is struggling still, even with short shift to second. Or maybe it's cutting too much. Yeah, the delta was not best, even though the lines were quite good. Five. No luck. I would have to assign it. Max RPM seemed to lose quite a lot of power. Nah, second gear is good for the exit, but a bit understeery when it comes to engine braking. Don't rejoin into me. Oops. That was not on purpose, fully, maybe half on purpose. I thought he would stay more on the curb and on the gravel. I think the virtual mirrors are flashing. Shouldn't have taken the anti-cut. But it's a 26.9 with a clean lap. Half a second should be easy to gain. Yeah, actually. Wait, the race should be in 5 minutes? Actually, yeah, I can check the replay. What's going on? Okay. You meant that I could do a highlight reel out of this? I could. But if I upload it, people are gonna roast. Well, roast him for rejoining unsafely and roast me for not avoiding him. But I mean, it's a practice session anyway. Bonk. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, different people will argue differently, and they will say that in practice server you can block people on hot laps and you can rejoin unsafely and everything because it's just practice. Yeah. Event starts in 3 minutes. Okay. So, in case I need to do some UI magic and so on, I rather exit the practice server already now and wait here, but looks like all is working for now. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see a different approach from many. I always appreciated the VEC rulebook, the VEC of Jimmy Ellison, I mean, where the practice servers were monitored, or like not monitored but protestable if you did something bad during week before race in the practice server. Well, not just week, like 2 weeks or a month. Somebody could protest you and you would actually get penalized, because the idea was to make it feel like it's a real track, and on real track you would fear for your life. Online status still orange. But that's alright. Stuff seems to be working for now. 25.5 on mediums, that's quite a good lap. But yeah, supposedly the Porsche is fast, so let's see. If the server is stable, and if the session transfers are fast enough, then after this race I'll quickly jump into another one of these and take the Porsche and see how it is. But if it again takes 3 minutes or 5 minutes to move the sessions, then this is gonna be the last one. And then I give it 1 or 2 days for things to stabilize before I stream again. I really wanted to do that weekly race with rain. Would have been quite fun. Okay, starting servers. I'll let them boot up for 15 seconds. Otherwise, I do the UI thing. Oh no, Omar Ali. If you don't know why I'm mentioning him, you can check the stream from, was it Sunday? Or was it it was Saturday? Or actually my Instagram reel. Let's see how many likes I'm getting. Quite some views. Wait. This one. Now even Instagram is freezing. Okay. Weekly races, daily races, beginner. And now I can click. Beautiful. Nice. 2000 plus people have watched Mr. Omar Ali kill me on a kink on Le Mans Straight, on Mulsanne Straight. And I hope it's not gonna happen again today. Frozen on 57% again. That's good, because, yeah, it jumps from 57 to 100. But there is a 48% bug where it freezes on 48 and doesn't go forward. Let me be right back. It's doing it again, right? Practice on 0, but people still able to drive. So I need to take it into account. Ah, no, it froze because somebody joined the race. And I need to be on track, so I can actually drive during those minutes when everybody is just waiting for the session to move. Well, let's just watch a little bit of Toyota as we are waiting. In this corner, Ferrari is not flat out and Toyota is. I wonder what happened, because Ferrari used to be the OP car before it got plus 50 kilograms or something. Interesting line. I think on these tires, one still has to avoid the anti-cuts there. Like, it feels like the car can take them, but it's just better to drive around. Nice lockup. Maybe let's watch some Porsche. That's an off track. The Glickenhaus, I don't think so, to be honest. Because the Glickenhaus and the Vanwall were like 2 or 3 seconds off pace. And it's hard to make that any better. And that's like, I mean, car weight is car weight, engine power is engine power, and they can just take that from like real life data quite easily. And then car weight is car weight, and they know what the weight is. I hope. I hope they have enough of data, and then some cars will be slow, like in real life. And there is not much you can do, and to gain a car 2 seconds per lap, what do you need? If it's normally it's like 10 kilograms, it's like 10 and a half for
like heavy cars. Maybe up to 210s. So you would need literally 100 kilos. And 100 kilos, well, that's a lot. Like, in real life you cannot take 100 kilos out of a car. Maybe by cutting off the roof. But the roof will not be 100 kilos. I don't think it's netcode special, I think it's just a wrong setting. Ah, there we go. As the session is moving, let's quickly check what was the fuel usage. 6.7. No, 7.6. Yeah, quali is 10 minutes, but it should be 12. And the timeout takes so long, I don't know. So it's gonna be 16 liters. Ah, I could assign, yeah. But I'm too late now. I need to figure out the way to better interact with chat and so on. But like looking up on the secondary monitor is quite convenient because I don't even need to move the head much, and usually I have like my SimHub dashboard, if it's opened up on that monitor, so I can just like look up and it's natural. And it's not too distracting for like esports. Although there are no esports at the moment, apart from, well, maybe formal sim racing qualifies as esport. Maybe I need one kind of a chat for FSR kind of events and like a bigger, more intrusive one for just online races. I will figure out eventually. The team is still not officially announced anyway, so there is time. Now, to be honest, the biggest thing that bothers me about the stream currently is actually the camera, which is really good, but it's too close to the monitor, and then sometimes there is this weird pixelation effect. I really wonder if that's because the monitor is 1080p, like vertical resolution, and maybe on 1440 it would be better. It's weird in hairpins, this car. Feels like that I'm very easily overturning. Now I did quite smooth hairpin with very little input, so maybe just the steering ratio is very aggressive and I will need to manually increase it. Yeah, Alan, it's... The issue is FOV, I think, mostly. The streams where people record just the wheel and then like put it on the top of the in-game capture are quite good as well. But you have to have like a broken FOV to do it. No other way around it. Yeah, I suppose so. So tires are up to some temp. I hope the fronts grip up enough into turn 1. I don't know if I should maybe move brake bias a bit to the rear. Maybe I should hit the brakes a little bit. Alright, let's see. I turned a bit too early and hit the apex curb a bit too much. Also, I didn't abuse the track limits in the first chicane enough. Yeah, Alan, it's fixed setup. And yeah, about the camera position, I appreciate Michi's one a lot compared to all other streamers. But well, some streamers are doing it with like GoPro or like with central position, which is quite good as well. I did not quite hit that apex. Now, first gear is necessary for better turn-in, but then the TC is struggling to hold all the power under control. The braking is much nicer on the new tires, I think. Before there were some random weird lockups, but now the tires heat up and there is actual grip. Too slow into the corner. Too early into the corner. Alright, 26.5. Yeah, 25 is doable for sure. And now
As we know, it's gonna take ages. I will just put on mediums and raise fuel and drive until the transition happens. FFB is dead and it's alive again. Oh yeah, Morat and Suzuki, yeah, they for sure have perfected their how to say, composition of things. About shifting back up at Apex, I felt like there is some shift protection going on, or maybe I still have PTSD from GT Challenge in RF2. Alright. Yeah, let me try some Apex upshifts. Okay, yeah. What was again the issue in GT cars? I think you needed to have more than 50% throttle to be able to upshift. Or some monstrosity like that. I need to try those TC settings again. Although 955 was a bit too tricky. I think I ended with 957. Yeah, it did hold the first gear quite nicely now. And I can trail brake very deep into the apex before front starts struggling a bit. But to help with that struggling, I don't know, feels like I need to move brake bias even more to the rear. Oi oi oi. The brakes are super powered now. Should have put the brake pressure from 95 to 100%. And the front grips up, yeah, now. These temperatures are really important. 97, 89. Was it 100%? No, 100 Celsius optimal temp for mediums or hards. I will start on mediums for the race, but It seems like soft can make it kind of, but probably it's not worth it. It's also just 6 laps, so it's very easy to save tires. I hope that those Motec sounds would imply we're removing sessions. That's super weird, because normally Motec beeps when the session reaches 0. So maybe there is indeed some game things that are going ultra slow, not just session timeout. I wonder what line is best through that kink. In RF2 you kind of needed to clip the apex curb a little bit to stabilize the car, which makes no sense in real life, but it's how it was. But here it could be better to avoid it. Oh, the car just grips up. It's so beautiful. And this is 5th gear. Good luck. Yeah, the start is a bit weird with the new system. I mean, it's an improvement, but it's weird that the leader cannot decide when to go, but the game decides. Although, I wonder what would happen if the leader just goes. Would the game say penalty, or would it say that, well, it was just the leader deciding that it's the time? Need to test it. The battery is getting empty. Yeah, you have to keep speed, but I mean, I don't know, if you're the leader, maybe it would understand. Like, I assume they want to keep the rules like they are in real life, and in real life the leader decides when to go, right? Or have I not read the rule book correctly? And the chat having a good go at me. Those brakes! Wow. I was braking way too early before. I don't know what to type back in the chat. Ui! Bonk. And the rear wing is gone. Okay, I found the limit, I suppose. Well, I got my BOP now. Yeah, that's not easy. I hope the server is not holding... Ah, okay. It was not because of me. Maybe the server was waiting for me to crash. So what was it? 50 liters? Wait, it should be... Yeah, 50 is more than enough. And I'm taking mediums. Why is this fan rattling at me? Oh, what did I do with TC before? This one was 7. This one was 5, this one was 9. And it was kind of alright. And brake bias. After that rear snap out of Indy hairpin, I think I'm not going further back than 50.5. Oops. Still alive? I forgot to remember what was the Ferrari top speed. Porsche was going 334, I believe. And Toyota is doing 331. Not too slow, not too fast. Well, 3 kph at Le Mans is quite a lot. Yeah, the Ferrari came from quite far back, although the slipstream is now working quite well, like even from bigger gaps. But the 6th and 7th gear from Toyota are a bit strange as well, like a very long 7th. Now I need to target that curb, otherwise I just have no idea what the car is gonna do. Oops, double upshift. I'm taking it a bit easier. My mirror... No, I have the mirror. Both virtual and the physical. Okay, time for a fastest lap. Slightly messy. I do that so many times in YouTube, and I wonder why is the camera angle suddenly so weird, and then I realize it's been a scroll. But this car is easier to drive than the Ferrari still. Mostly on brakes, but just all around it's more comfortable. It will lock up later. And I see we are gonna miss the next beginner race because of the very long session switches, so this is gonna be the last one. That was on the limit. Exit of this corner was just so clean with TC and first gear. Just floored it and it was perfect. And then the exit of Mulsanne hairpin was all over the place. Need to study harder what is the difference. Ay ay ay. Clipped the curb. Don't be a cat, no. Oh, painful. What would it have been? 7 seconds faster than 33. It would be 26.5 despite the lift. Without the lift it would be 26 low. Ah, the only place where it's the most critical. Still would be over half a second off the current leaderboard P1. About pushing the fronts, Alan, I can surely feel the front start scrubbing and struggling like crazy. I think it's still the weakest part of this tire model, maybe not tire model, but like the FFB. It's hard to feel the front doing like understeering and overheating, but I guess that's kind of realistic. but I can see the tires getting red and I can hear them screaming and so on. But I mean, in the previous lap, the Ferrari behind really pushed me through the Porsche curves, and I drove on what the FFB told me was like a comfortable push on the front, and I lost a lot. But well, next lap he completely fell off. So I still think like momentarily it could be better to turn more than less. This is a second gear corner, I don't know. I always thought of it like it's a hairpin, but with this car it feels like it's just like a 90-degree corner. Oh, my braking marker was missing there. I look at the boards on the left before Arnage, and now the last one was suddenly gone, and I panicked for a second. Oh, the high-speed balance of this car is supreme. Then in these corners I don't know exactly what the car wants me to do. It turns really well, like when I lift it turns a lot. Almost as if I am meant to go on power and off and back on, back off and back on. And now I really land onto the front left in very RF2 way, and it actually gripped. But well, it's very high speed corner, so there is a lot of downforce, so I guess it's kind of realistic to some extent. Silly downshift protection. Now the downshift protection is much worse here, because with Ferrari the optimal power is at relatively low RPM, so you have a lot of room to over-rev kind of on downshifts. Whoa! Second gear, and it goes like that. And TC did absolutely nothing. That was weird. So the power at low RPM is not a problem. But engine braking is. I'm not dying today. But this setup surely is at least a little bit esports. By that I mean it handles quite well when you lose the rear just a little bit. Not as much as I lost it at the entry of the Porsche curves, but like in the middle of Porsche curves. Just let the rear over-rotate a little bit. Which is again like RF2 tires always have been. But yeah, as I've said many times, like 10% of it. But with this car it kind of feels maybe more like 25% of it. Yeah, and now for sure the grip loss is becoming obvious. The Ferrari behind is not falling off. I mean, yeah, my laps have not been great, so cannot expect to pull away. I tried to overturn just a little bit at the apex now to double check my thoughts, and it immediately stopped turning more. So it's for sure a lot better and more sophisticated than in RF2. So first gear, second. No, the rear is just... I don't know what the rear is doing. Even when it's not receiving much power, it's not under control. Like TC did not cut in. Let me try like maximum slip and main. I still needed to correct it. So maybe it's the power cut problem. Now here there was no problem. Welcome to the party, Christian. The new tire model is heaven. It's really good. I mean, yeah, it's still early access, and there is still options or possibilities to improve it, but it's really good. It's got the rubberness of RF2. But the cars feel like, especially on GTEs, the cars finally feel like GTEs, comparing them to real life onboards. And like these extreme slip angles are fixed. Overheating tires lose the grip a lot. Cold tires have no grip, like it's all the good stuff. But without making the tires feel like iRacing or ACC. So I really appreciate this update, and I think it's a huge deal. And I don't know, like they did even like interview with Stephen Hood and everything, and made big posts and everything, but they never mentioned the tire update, and it's the biggest thing here. Like all the people who tried GTEs before when it was first launched and complained about it, specifically thinking of what James Baldwin and Morad said about it. But well, it's a shame that they could not get this new model in already for the first release, because this is just like it's a completely new game now. And I think I said yesterday, like, nobody can ever say anymore this is just RF2, because it's not. It drives completely differently. No, not completely differently. Well, combination of all the good stuff from RF2 with a lot of significant updates. Significant and substantial updates. And probably like new code that is not in RF2 at all. And not just tires, but also some aero things. They were written in that log of the update. And yeah, no more... oh, that has been the last lap. Yeah, no more like full power, because as far as I understand, before the update we had maximum power that's allowed by the rules. And if one did that in real life, it would be a penalty after 2 corners, because there would be 0.1% more rich mix at some point, and the power would go above the curve and it would be penalty. And now that has been accounted for in the game, if I understand it correctly. Okay. Well, the mediums can survive normal driving for the whole race without cliffing. The softs, probably not, although, well, I did destroy them by a huge front axle double lockup in the previous race. This Toyota is good. It's fun to drive. I did that video some weeks ago at Portimao, comparing it to real life pole position. The lap time was incredibly difficult to beat. And yeah, it was a bit faster in LMU on the straights, of course, but slower and trickier in the corners, kind of. Yeah, on lap 1 I was trying to go as slow as possible without losing P1, just to have all the grip available for lap 2 for the leaderboard PB. But I cut it, so no PBs. Yeah, like the Toyota is, I mean, it's 3 kph down on top speed, so it must lose like a second on the straights, or second and a half. But it gets most of that back in the corners. Today's races are just not making it into here. And this was the race where I got the bug of
unable to register, and I could not start, and I got minus 20% rating. Yeah, well, thank you as well for the race. You did not fall off me. Actually, like in lap 2, I pushed the tires, and then you could kind of stay with me, although I did some mistakes when trying to go too fast. I don't know about the exits, like if it's heavier in low speed it should have better traction, but it kind of struggled a bit with traction. Maybe it's just the TC settings, and I assume we are not getting any results today. Yeah, tomorrow I will just not drive. Wait, what's the deal with special event? So special event 2.4 hours of Le Mans, Friday and Monday, and Saturday and Sunday at different times, 10 a.m., 18 p.m. So that's 20 Central European time. Yeah, on Saturday I will stream Trans Am Historic Racing. I could do the special event on Friday at 20 as well. I really wanna do it. But before that I need to check how the Porsche feels like, because it feels the fastest, so probably I'm taking it. Maybe the results are back, or anything is back. It's all dead. It's all completely dead. I don't even get the image. RIP. Anyway, let's call it a stream. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time on track or in the chat. Have a good night. Bye bye.